Hey, back another day. I'm building the pitch table app. Um, I've tried some uh, experiments with mobile apps with Android, iPad, and iPhone. And iPhone doesn't produce any sound, and iPad is overwhelmed with the amount of opacities and these colorful, I don't know what thing it's struggling to render this table. Flex components, flex containers. Okay, and only Android just gave some sound. I don't know, but it was just cracklings and basically noise. So I think, yeah, maybe it's a big struggle, not for only for me. And Tone.js has many issues, and many people have many issues with Safari and producing audio with the browser. But I have a rather simple app that, if it's so crazy that it can't synthesize any good sounds, I can use just plain wave files, samples that will be played, and just basic controls over them. I think it's always a fallback, but I like the way that how it works on the my computer. And yeah, it's not multi-touch, but maybe I can make it um, useful like an instrument, like an experience pattern, because now I can really play a concert with it, a small I don't know the concert, but a sketch that may have any variety of sonic intent, because here are just the notes. So when I bring up a note, it just starts, but then I can position it to maybe right, and have another note, and let it be at the left, and maybe what we have, the E, yeah, the E, let it be higher. I'm slowly adding it, yeah. And the most interesting things become when we add and so on, so on, so on. So it's an organ, something like that. I don't know. It's I find it beautiful, and it's a beautiful source for further processing, maybe some effects and those kind of things that I like to play with Tone.js. And today it's one of our main main things to explore, because to use I like how it works now with just plain oscillators, but I'm planning to introduce a monosynth with the oscillator and envelope, just to make it more playable. So it will, I don't know, maybe trigger when you hover it or when you just tap it. So I can make it when you tap, it's just pluck. So you can just tap, 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 and if you want, you can bring it up and position it where you want it. And also I'm thinking about scrolling because so I already have this scroll bar thing to just use to scroll if your table is too long for your screen, but to bring the volume with scrolling, and so I can make this positioning in 3D space, and I just started experimenting with it. Here we may find this panel 3D that I'm just trying to implement, but for now it should be like here. Yeah, but I don't know, it doesn't work for me just yet because I just need to set too many parameters, the position, 3 positions and 3 orientations in space. So, and I won't. It's not so easy to calculate how to use just 2 controls that I can make with a mouse or touchpad. Okay, but the first thing I want to address is just the controls and maybe the menu. So now I have the switches here, and maybe they will be smaller and we grouped, yes, and will be more compact. And also this control um, slider is an external component that I found. It's included here in main. Yeah, this slider add view form slider. It works. It does what it has to do. It makes us travel between the octaves, but I don't I'm not really sure that it's intuitive that you have to drag horizontally to add something vertically, and also it's kind of limited with styling. I know it's just CSS, you can write any CSS, but I mean, maybe I should make it a little bit simpler, and my idea is just to make I don't know, just get 3 rows, four rows of the basic octaves, and place a plus over and minus below it, so you can just add, and also it may be plus and minus, just plus and minus. I don't know, it's that simple. I don't. It may be rather easy to implement and a good thing to do. So we have the table where we already are going through the octaves, but here we have a space where we can just say it to be flex already, and with the flex 1 plus, okay, and flex 1 minus, like that. Yeah, and it should have text center. Like this. Maybe change them like okay, plus here, minus here. Then what do we have to do? Maybe it should be text XL or 3XL, 2XL, and I think here should be a long line, but not so long, but longer than this minus. Maybe it should be m m m dash. No, it's n dash. Yes. And what do we have to do next? I just go to the parent, so I don't need to double it up. Okay, and yeah, it should have a p2. Yeah, p2. Yes, and also some color. So bg gray 100. Oh, it should be just like 400 or 300. And here we'll have just 100. Okay, just yeah, like this. And also maybe it should be m2. No, it's p2. What's next? Next we have to make it cursor pointer like this. And also when it's hover, I'd like it to, again, opacity. Okay, I'll just try to create a new class that will be plus. Oh, but stop. We are in the table. Now I know what should go here. I've designed a rather simple component, but now we can just grab it and tell it. So should it be like table, what's it like, plus minus add table octaves, note shift, like this, maybe note shift. And we'll create this file like shift.view, and it should be a view. It's a single file component with our bug content. And now I can save it, and it disappears because I need to restart my Vite server. And now, yeah, we are back, but we're communicating everything from here. And now it's fun and easy for me to have styling, for example, like I have the btn. Okay, and btn is like apply flex1 p2, and that's not all. So we have it to be opacity 70, and then hover, it should be opacity 100. Yeah, like this. And also we don't have the btn class here. We should have it. And also here, btn class. Oh yeah. So now it's rather reactive and transition. Yeah, like this. Nothing fancy. but now we can use these buttons to control. What do we need to control? So at click it should like decrease octave, yeah, decrease octave like this, and here on the plus it should increase octave. I don't know if I like this long syntax because it's just repeating itself, so dec and inc is okay for me. Now we have to write a function, but where are these octaves? They are at our state. Yes, yeah, this is octave range, and we got the octaves computed. They react to the changes in the octave range, so we will have to import state from at store state.js. Yes, and maybe we can't, we need to control that. We have the maximums and minimums, and it may be stored in the shift because but we will have two shifts. This one adds and decreases the upper level, and below we'll have another one. Yes, so we'll have a prop define props from view. Yeah, we'll have to have props. But what props? It should be like a boolean, like top or bottom. Like is it at like top, maybe top, like boolean. So if it's top, we'll work with the first first item in the octave range array, and if it's not top, but maybe it should be just like numbers, like if we have 3, I don't know, octave ranges, so maybe it should be a number between, like I should have 0 and 1, and it will get this 0 and 1. No, let's take this top boolean. It's maybe a little like it should be bottom. Like I like that it should write be okay to not have this prop at the top. No, let's just make it top. I don't know, it's not so important. Okay, now we can say that it's top is true, and below the keyboard I can say just note shift. Yes, we have it there. Now I can I think I will octave range max and also the octave range, so I'll have the limitations written in the configurations, and what I need to understand is what octaves should we have from the start. Is it the lowest thing? Yeah, and but do we need so much bass? this is rather okay. Higher is too harsh, and we'll deal with it with building a filter and on top of it, because it's very important to filter a saw wave just to find out that there's not only those harsh, very harsh harmonics. So from first to fourth, okay. So we will have 1, 2, 4 like this, and it will be the range. And just on reload, we should have nice range to experiment. Nice. Just a plain thing. And if we want to dive deeper, we will do it certainly. So with state, we'll have the octave limit. Let's say it octave limit. Yes, octave limit. And now we can work with it. So now we have decrease. Let's have it just decading. Okay. To be short, it's namespaced in the single file component, so it won't leak. It's rather simple. So now we have a function decrease, and octave. Okay, I'll have this octave to not to feel what we're dealing with, and the octave will be annoying again, but for now. And yes, and should it be one function? Of course. So I'll have it to shift octave, and this should have like true, and this should be like undefined. Yeah, and this shift octave what is takes the top thing like it was no, it should have is it minus? It's 0, maybe it's false. Yeah, it's false and it's true. Yeah, so this is like plus. Okay, if it's plus, we're dealing with if firstly we need to understand if props top, it's first thing to explore. If it is, we're at the top, and we need to change. So we shift octave, we say it now. Now change it now. If it's top, so we deal with state octave range 0. No, it's 1. Yes, 1. And if it's below its limit, octave limit, or equal, then we should it's not a good practice to have so much ifs, So we'll have like this, we'll have let it's like position will be based on props top. So if it is top, so we'll have a 1. If it's not, we'll have the bottom. Yes. Yeah. And then we don't need to check for the top thing, and we don't need so much ifs. Yeah. And here we say position if it's below the position, and yes, but we need to yeah, we change, and then yes, if it is below but and if we're plussing and the octave range this position is below or equal the limit, so we'll change this octave range position plus plus. Yes, plus is not defined. Plus, okay, this is just a residue of experimenting. Now should work. Yeah, the load time, I don't know, it's just yes. We go to the 9 and it doesn't work anymore. Alright, and what if we click here? Nothing happens because it should be another if not plus, and state octave range position. It's top. Oh, if it is top, we drive the position. Okay, if not plus, we'll say it minus minus, but the limit, I think it should work like that. Yes. Yes, nice. Now we should find the way to the bottom. Shift octave true pro if top 0. It should work at the bottom, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we need to go down. Okay, I got the table. Note shift if top, if bottom. Of course, if it's greater or equal. Yes, we go down and but don't go up. Octave range limit. Okay, we go down, 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 and then we stop. It works, but then it doesn't. Okay, maybe if octave range of 0 is less That's why maybe we should have a mutation here. I don't know. It's like we need. All right, we have the basics. We have the basics. The main thing for today is about the monosynth, and I want to implement it and to hear it playing. And I don't think it should be very hard to mount it here, because all we need is to change the new oscillator. So to the synth, that will be a new mono synth with some options like oscillator being type saw tooth, and let's copy the envelope section. Envelope, yeah, just like this. We need to, of course, import it. Mono synth, and then we just exchange the oscillator to the synth. Like now it's connected to the pen volume. I'll connect it to there too. Okay. This oscillator, I think I will just comment it out, and I'll just find where I have the oscillator start. This isn't needed for me with the synth. I'll have it just working out of the box because of how the synth works. But here we need to set the frequency, so it's our synth oscillator, I assume, and I think we'll find it there. Yes, oscillator, and the frequency will be set like, yes, like at oscillator. Yeah. And the next oscillator, yeah, simply like that. What? No problem? Yeah. And how does it sound? No, it doesn't sound, because we are not we need to start the synth. It's not just working, it has an envelope, and if we wanted to play something, we'll trigger attack, and also I think it should be okay. So if we watch the volume, and yeah, if active, maybe, yeah, in this active thing we can start no, we can watch active, and if it's active, so we can watch okay, let's watch active. I know we have watches here, and it should be pretty simple, so maybe I can use like watch active. So if active, if act, we say synth trigger attack. Okay, I should like this, okay, and else synth trigger release. Maybe that's it. No, maybe it's not what it's not so easy, but I hope it should be that easy. Let's check this out. Did I connect everything well? So synth is has an envelope and is connected to pen volt to penner to destination. Trigger attack doesn't work. Oh, I think that I'm wrong with the watch, because you have to use this kind of constructions. Yes? Come on. Watch active. Maybe active value we should watch. I don't know why it's just so intricate thing. Yes, active value. And I've heard something. I don't know. Trigger attack, trigger release. Let's try it in another place. Maybe I should have some parameters. I think maybe it doesn't work without parameters, and I want to make sure that I can just throw in the frequency value, like the frequency, yes, the voice freak, yeah, like voice freak. Yes. Yeah. Pretty nice. And we go below. Yeah, it's struggling. That's funny. So you see, this is the experience of web development with the Web Audio API. Maybe in Google Chrome it will be a little bit better, but I'm sure it's rather not so funny of experiences. But I find it like some kind of beautiful. So just I can refresh it, and just like roll a dice and have another session of experiments, and it distorts and it crackles and I don't know, maybe it's fun. I should remove all the opacity things from here and have a little more fast approach. Maybe I will switch to SVG, I don't know. I'll try to keep it simple, but for now we have created some components, and I'll think I'll have a session for the menu, for the redesign of the slider, and a true musical session for just exploring the capabilities also with the synths. I don't know what's the problem. But over here, I'll try it. Okay, for now that's it. See you next time. Bye.